What's up, guys? This is Vaughn from Simply Hawkward, and it's so exciting to be back making videos again. I don't know why I keep saying that. I've done this like twice. I keep saying that like I stopped making videos. I didn't. You could check them out. They're awesome. Go to our YouTube page. You could find all of them. The last one we did was our basically like games you need to play on PS4, and it was awesome. But I'm excited today because it's time for some news. I love news days. It's so awesome. I'm so excited. For my first part of news, this is February 3rd news. My first part of news is Millie Bobby Brown, the girl who played Eleven, the young actress, the young star who played Eleven on Stranger Things, has joined the cast for Godzilla, King of the Monsters. That's a new up-and-coming Godzilla movie. I'm super stoked for it. I love Godzilla. I think it's going to be awesome. I mean, everyone has their own like criticisms about the Godzilla series, and it totally makes sense because some of them are pretty terrible. But I love Godzilla, and I think it's going to be awesome. And I'm also excited for King Kong and Skull Island, so I think it's going to be fantastic. For the next thing up, we've got Fallout New Vegas 2 might be at E3, or it might not be a thing at all. Basically, Frag Hero YouTube channel has an inside source, supposedly, that is very credible from what I understand, that has said, I guess he predicted The Last of Us 2 launch and some other launches and stuff like that, or not launches, but announcements, and I guess he told them that New Vegas 2 is a thing. It was supposedly like the New Orleans, the Fallout New Orleans, and it's actually New Vegas 2. Lots of people have come out and denounced this, saying that it isn't a thing, except for Obsidian. They haven't said anything about it, but they are working on Pillars of Eternity 2, so it totally makes sense. But I guess there's some actual stuff that goes behind this, and I'm really excited about it, but I would take that with a little bit of grain of salt. I mean, I love Fallout New Vegas. I personally think it's the best Fallout so far. I mean, a lot of people would definitely disagree with me on that. I definitely prefer the Mojave Wasteland over any other. It's my favorite, and that's my opinion, and you know, you can have yours as well. That's kind of how the internet works. For the next thing up, basically with a couple things that are happening, new regulations, executive orders being signed, and trade agreements and all sorts of stuff. The price of video games might actually increase within the next couple years from like the normal 60 that it is now to around 69 or higher, based on like tariffs that are going to be put on these basically any game that's going to be in-sourced, so brought into our country from other countries, because a lot of games are not actually made in the US. Some are, so companies like Bethesda, Ubisoft, companies that are in the US, from what I understand, those two are in the US, but I probably should have done more homework on that. They will not be they won't be affected by this, but I doubt that they will like release at lower prices. I mean, I could definitely see it happening. They could take advantage of that and release at a lower price, but you know, it's just, I think that would be ethically kind of questionable. That's just me though. And basically there's a lot of other stuff coming up. I guess a lot of developers don't really, it's not that they don't want to work in the US, but I was watching an episode of Colin Was Right on Kinda Funny Games. I would definitely recommend watching it. It's amazing. It's 100%. He does great shows there, or I guess they all do great shows on that channel, but Colin Was Right is pretty fantastic. The latest one talked about basically like politics and how it's affecting video games and stuff like that. It's like a 20-minute long video. Really good. Highly recommend it. And he talked about the tariffs, and that he talked to several like developers, and the developer of Nuclear Throne basically came out and said that he feels alienated, and a lot of people that he works with they feel alienated as well. So I'm not very excited that that's happening in the gaming industry right now, because that means we might not see as many amazing indie games like Nuclear Throne, or like a bunch of other ones that aren't made in the US, or not made by, you know, US citizens, just people with green cards and stuff like that. I'm not 100% excited about if anything happens with that, but I mean, hey, fingers crossed nothing happens, like everything goes as planned or however they want it, and I still get my video games on time and get to play them and love them, because Nuclear Throne was awesome. I've only played a small portion of it, but I really, really want to pick it up. I think I'm actually going to pick up a collector's edition of it. If you guys have never seen, inside some GameStops, you can pick up re-releases by Game Trust of collector's editions of games. So like Rogue Legacy, I saw one. Stories, I saw one. I guess Nuclear Throne, there is one as well. And I'm super excited. I'm more than likely going to pick one up. It's like $30 for it. You get a steel case. It's awesome. we've got the upcoming Mafia DLC has completely been shown what is coming out. It's got 3 DLCs coming over the next few months, first in March, then in May, then in July of 2017. They're all story DLCs. There are other DLCs that are already out, but these ones are just the story. So if you guys have the season pass, get ready to download some good story DLC or some questionable story DLC. I don't know. I've heard that Mafia gets really, really repetitive, and it kind of makes sense to me because I literally hear it like every 5 seconds. So, you know, hear it from 2 mouths, you hear it from all of them, kind of a thing. I think it's good that they're actually putting out story DLC, because I'm imagining that a lot of people are getting kind of annoyed by just adding like packs and stuff like that to it. They need to actually put out more story. People want to know about Link and Clay, and I'm totally fine with that. I think it's going to be awesome. I am going to pick up Mafia 3 eventually and actually play it. So, yeah, that's just my opinion, I guess. Injustice 2 just revealed the Black Canary as a playable character. I'm super excited about that. If you guys haven't watched a lot of the stuff that came out of Injustice 2 so far, it looks pretty amazing. Not only are there the, like, odd exosuits that seem to be kind of like the second time that they equated you to Superman. Like in the first game, they gave you a weird serum that made you just as durable as Superman, and that's why you weren't being torn apart. And in the second game, it seems like not only do you have that, I'm assuming, you also have exosuits as like odd power-up abilities. They look really awesome. It definitely is, it offers a lot of really interesting character designs. I mean, Batman looked awesome, The Flash looked awesome, Supergirl looked great. Atrocitus is also supposedly a playable character, so I'm so stoked about that. I honestly, one playable character that I want, whether it's DLC or anything else, I just want Booster Gold. Everyone's gonna hate that, and nobody's gonna care about it, but I would love the shit out of playing as Booster Gold. If you guys haven't noticed, I love Booster Gold. I've done videos on Booster Gold. I think he's fantastic. And for our next one, the PlayStation Plus lineup for PS4 is officially, it's not out, you can't actually get it, but it's what it is. I mean, now they've released what you're actually going to get. Little Big Planet 3 is going to be coming to PS4, and Not a Hero. Little Big Planet 3 being a platformer where you play as Sockboy, it's all about your imagination. I've played it before, I thought it was a lot of fun. It's definitely one game that I would recommend playing with a friend, not because the game can be enjoyed so much more, because a lot of the things in that game, especially if you want to platinum it, need to be done with a partner. There's a lot of stuff where you can't use one vacuum gun, you have to have 2 to open something, and it's really annoying because obviously you can't, you can't do it by yourself. You have to play with somebody else. So yeah, I'm glad that they're making it a free PS Plus game, because I no longer own it, and maybe a couple people will actually play with me, and I can, you know, platinum Little Big Planet 3 because I love platformers. And Not a Hero is an odd, like, side-scrolling shooter where you play as basically some, like, unsavory types trying to, I don't know, save people. It's kind of odd. It looks very odd. It seems like it's less of a bullet hell shooter and more of a, like, side-scrolling RPG, I would say, but it's not. It's very hard to explain, but I would definitely recommend looking it up. I love the 8-bit art style. I mean, if you guys haven't noticed, I'm extremely into 8-bit, so I think it's going to look awesome. Or not look awesome, I imagine it already looks awesome. I think it's going to play great, and I'm excited for it to be a PlayStation Plus free game of the month, because I have like a year of PlayStation Plus free games now, and I'm super excited about it. Rocket League toys are coming out soon. They're actually like really odd looking RC toys. I might actually include an image of that. They look really cool. Like I said, odd looking, and then I took a step back and say they look really cool. They look really interesting. I found out today that I have an odd love for RC cars because they're freaking awesome, and I love playing with them. They're so much fun, and they're so simplistic and fantastic, and I can't wait for Rocket League ones because that would be just awesome. If they don't jump, though, that's going to be bullshit. I totally understand if they don't have rocket boosters because, you know, they're a children's store, but whatever, dude. Why not light some people on fire? That will work out well. This is less of news, but I'd like to include some other stuff in here. Well, actually, no, I do have a couple more news. More PlayStation VR bundles are coming this month. If you guys are looking for a PSVR, these ones will include Until Dawn Rush of Blood. It's kind of like an odd roller coaster ride. it's definitely not. They say it's Until Dawn, but it's not like the other Until Dawn. So I would definitely recommend looking up stuff before you buy that one. I would try to find the bundle with PSVR Worlds. From what I understand, it is a very amazing experience, and it's totally worthwhile. And the bundles are the preferred way to buy the PSVR because it's $500, or I guess $499.99, and they get you a lot more content than just the one. So you could pay $400 for just the headset, or $500 you get the headset, you get the Move controllers, and you get the camera and the PSVR Worlds, or now Until Dawn Rush of Blood. So if you guys haven't got one, I imagine you'll be pretty excited to pick one up. And I'm assuming that Sony has now figured out the issues that they were having with one of the screens in the headset, so they will be producing more soon, especially because they're putting them out with Until Dawn Rush of Blood now, so kind of makes sense. Play Anime gives you 80% off of like a bunch of Bandai Namco games. It's going on in the PlayStation Store right now, I'm assuming because a lot of Bandai Namco games are coming out right now, including Digimon World Next Order, which I'll be doing a review on later this week, and there was Boruto, which is technically just a DLC for Naruto Shippuden, but if you buy it in the physical edition, I think it's between $50 and $60, you get the Road to Boruto DLC, and you get the Shippuden, like Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 game. You get the season pass, all sorts of stuff. Super worth it if you guys like basically like large arena fighting games. I love the Naruto series. It's amazing, and definitely worth it if you get the season pass as well. This is the part that's not necessarily news, but I would definitely recommend checking these games out. There's 10 things you guys need to know about Nioh by GameRanks. It's a great video if you guys are excited for not a Dark Souls clone, but a game that is very much like Dark Souls. Nioh's coming out. It's going to be releasing February 7th, and I think it looks awesome. I'm really excited about it. I'm actually more excited about it than I am about, you know, another Dark Souls if they ever put out one, which I've actually heard that Dark Souls 3 was the end of that series, so I'm assuming they won't. But also, I would definitely check out that Colin Woods Ride episode. It's about 20 minutes. It's great. It definitely gives you, you know, a new perspective on what's happening right now. If you didn't care about it because of the politics or the, you know, the travel ban and all that stuff, you might care about it because it has to do with video games. So I definitely recommend checking that out. That's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did like it, make sure you click that like button down below. Make sure you leave a comment letting us know here at Simply Hawkward how you're doing. I know Chase was out of this video. He was doing something else and I recorded this one. Make sure you guys subscribe for all our upcoming content. Totally forgot I was going to say there, but make sure you guys subscribe. We put out videos like this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Our Monday video should be Digimon World Next Order's rapid review, so I would definitely stay tuned for that one. And that's it for me today. I hope you guys have a great day.